What's going on, guys? Welcome to BP Fun. I'm Captain Zeus, and I'm here to give you guys a spoiler Ant-Man Quantumania movie review. Again, this is spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, I recommend you stop watching here. Go to my channel at Captain Zeus for a spoiler-free review, okay? You still here? Cool. So, to start off with the movie, the pros about it were visually, it was great. I think they definitely upped their game with the visuals in this movie. It looked very unique. It wasn't super crappy like Thor Love and Thunder, Black Widow, even moments with Doctor Strange. Like, a lot of Marvel products have been just really bad visually. I did love the uniqueness of the quantum realm, from just the architecture to the wildlife to any of the inhabitants there. I thought it was super unique, and there was like so much that we could explore there, and there was just so many, like, visually, just looking around, it was like I was in a completely different world. I genuinely felt extremely intrigued. That was a big thing. That was a big takeaway for me on it. Kang was phenomenal. I was very worried about when they initially casted Jonathan Myers for various reasons for Kang. However, he was phenomenal in this movie. The action sequences were great. Like, his fighting style, I felt like he was dominant whenever he was fighting Ant-Man. Like, honestly, Kang was just super freaking cool. Not only did he feel like he was a conqueror, like, he gave me that Roman emperor vibe. He also felt like he could do anything. I thought, like, this right here, this is what a villain should be. Like, a bad guy. You know what I mean? Like, they genuinely portrayed him as just an amazing antagonist. They just did him completely dirty in this movie, but I'll get into that later. Like, Jonathan Myers' acting was phenomenal, from portraying not only the Kang variant we saw in the movie, but when you get to the end credit scenes, we get to see the other variant versions of him, and each one has a unique voice, a unique mannerism. Like, he did a very good job portraying Kang. And honestly, I cannot wait to see more Kang. Now, that's genuinely the extent of what... I mean, that and the Ant-Man comedy. Like, Ant-Man comedy is great. Like, no matter what Ant-Man movie you're going to watch, you know it's going to get you some good laughs. Like, honestly. But you know what didn't give me good laughs? Cassie. Honestly, when they gave us the garbage actress Catherine Newton, like, I don't like her as an actress personally. She has not done anything to deem to be a good actress, and when watching this, you could tell she was not a good actress, nor was she a good choice for this. And it didn't help that they recasted her for no reason. Like, Cassie Lang, we already had an older version of Cassie Lang in Endgame, and they recasted her without anyone's knowledge. The actress herself didn't know until they posted it on social media, and we all found out at the same time. Like, that's just unprofessional right there, especially for such a big studio. And it was such a disappointment. Like, her acting was terrible. They gave her such bad lines. Like, the story behind her was just garbage. Honestly, if you took Cassie Lang out of there, that movie would have been way better off. The plot was just, it just seemed kind of lazy, like, and very political for no reason. Like, I don't get why they were trying to make her like a freedom fighter. Like, it wasn't working. She was failing at it. Like, I was not convinced at all. Again, just bad actress, bad writing. The writing in this movie was terrible. And it's a shame, because the same guy that wrote this movie is the same one that's going to be writing Kang Dynasty. So I'm not expecting good things from that. This movie might have just deterred me from watching another Marvel movie in theaters. Not only, again, with the poor writing, like, I felt like Kang was completely disrespected in this movie. He was such a big antagonist. He is a conqueror. Like, this was a big threat. And he gets taken down by what? Ant-Man and Wasp? No, he is an Avengers level threat. Like, that's not how that works. But they made it, like, it would have made sense if when they were building the story in the movie, like, they made him seem like he was the weakest one. That's why he was exiled and cast out, because he's the weakest one. That could have been more understandable, but that's not what was being portrayed. And speaking of portrayals, the trailer of this movie compared to the actual movie was completely different. I was expecting a dark Ant-Man story, which is great. I love the dark stories. I was expecting someone was going to die. We were going to lose someone. Like, this movie was going to teach us the fear of Kang. And it didn't. It's a shame, because Jonathan Myers did such an excellent job. Any scene he was in, he was goated. Like, honestly. I mean, same thing with Paul Rudd. And, like, honestly, like, the movie had so much potential. This movie had probably one of the most potential in recent Marvel movies. It could have been an amazing box office hit, and I'm positive it's not going to be anywhere near it. Like, I don't know what it is with Marvel, or Disney in this case, and them just giving us crap. But the thing is, people just eat it up. They just do. And don't get me wrong about, like, on the rebellion part. Like, I thought it was cool. We had unique characters in there, like the alien that had no holes. I thought that was unique. The telepathic, a lot of the characters were unique and super cool. I was even super cool. I even liked the barbarian chick at first until, like, the ending, and it got super cringe because terrible writing. But, like, and can't even forget about MODOK. Like, I was cool with MODOK being the other version of Yellow Jacket, but he decides to be a good guy, really? Like, Marvel needs to stop that. And this is what pisses me off about Marvel. They keep making these bad guys, these villains, into anti-heroes or, like, good people that just didn't go down the right path. Like, no, a lot of these guys are really just villains. The only one actually, they even did that with Red Skull, and he was a freaking Nazi. I can't remember a single villain that was a villain to be, like, a bad guy. I can't. Everyone was just a poor soul down the wrong path, or good intentions, just wrong execution. Or, you know, they had their second chance. No, like, it was so dumb. Just, honestly, guys, like, this movie, I would not recommend you seeing it in theaters at all. I wouldn't say it's the worst Marvel movie. It's in the bottom, like, 5 or 10, to be honest. I would say bottom 5. It's down there. It's a disappointment. It really is. And I think that's the worst part, is this movie, you're expecting such good things from it, and it gives you nothing. The only thing it would be good was like Kang's just acting, Kang being Kang, and then the visuals. That was really about it. Even the soundtrack was mediocre. I think Guardians of the Galaxy might be my last hope. If I don't get a good, if I'm not impressed with that movie, I'm probably gonna be out. But that's me. That's my opinion. That's my review. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the movie, if you've seen it, what you're expecting for Marvel in the future, and if you're actually just gonna be a DC fan like me. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.